Is marriage a failed institution, and why? Long before the vows, long before the honeymoon, long before the first argument, most marriages fail before they even begin.
Hello, I am Dr. K. Paul Stoller. First and foremost, most romantic relationships are just lustful situationships in disguise. What partners see in each other are their own projections for what they think is lacking in themselves or aspects of themselves they like that they recognize in another.
Now, a viable partner is one that can stay grounded and hold peace when life's challenges arise, show respect, and has a shared vision. A viable partner can put the needs of another on the same footing as one's own needs. We chase external validation for those oxytocin and dopamine hits chemistry creates and call it connection. We confuse attraction for love. And by the time reality shows up, one realizes love was never even in the mix. All the world is a stage, and dating is the ultimate stage. Masks, makeup, filters, and fillers. Rehearsed humor, curated bravado. Everyone's acting. Few are honest. And then there is marriage, where one is now committed to someone who is not only not who we think they are, but may be actively pretending to be someone who they are not. The moment things get tough, the tough get going. It is the dream of many to be married, the ceremony, the gifts, the attention. It is like getting the Nobel Peace Prize when you haven't done anything to earn it. The discipline of planning for a long-term relationship is not there, agreeing upon contingencies. How will conflicts be resolved? How to facilitate communication? How will possible children be educated? Very few formally plan out the ground rules or even decide what operational archetype will be the foundation of the relationship. Hoping for the best is not a plan, but why have a plan when one is getting married not for purpose, but validation? One can't have a viable relationship when the desire for independence overrides intimacy and control is confused as connection. Long-term relationships or marriage do not survive if they are mere power struggles. For a romantic relationship to be viable, there needs to be a shared purpose and vision, and this all needs to be fleshed out long before any honeymoon. Many women want men to lead as long as it is with their wallets. But if there is ever a problem with that wallet, the relationship falls apart. Conflict resolution is not being supported in our dystopian world, but cancellation is. The work and planning that has to go into having a healthy long-term relationship is simply far more than most would consciously choose for themselves. It is a discipline, as I am fond of pointing out, but one few understand. It seems easier to replace than repair. Maintaining a relationship requires psychological tools that most of us just don't possess, nor do we want to acquire, because one has to be accountable, have introspection. But the human ego is not interested in any of that. And here we are at a time when the human ego has gone wild. Most couples think the strong feelings of attraction our fleeting chemistry initially creates will be forever. The truth is, they can be with the discipline and planning that hormones and chemistry started. Relationships are a privilege, but without discipline and planning, only pathos will survive. Marriage was only meant to bring a mateable pair together, to procreate.
It fails today because that was all it was ever meant to be. If we want something more out of this institution, it is because we assumed the responsibility to make it something more.